So I'm doing the videos again. I'm going to start doing them every day right after I finish a leg, so that everything's fresh in my mind and I can see and you can see what state I was in. So yeah, I've just got to Zaragoza now. You can see the river, the Rio de Ebro. And fuck me, God, today's been absolutely horrendous. It wasn't even that far, it's maybe like 35 kilometers. Just kind of slow uphill, very, very slight uphill the whole way, following the river. And the paths were kind of gravelly and they just kind of took all the speed out. It was really bumpy. My bum is in a lot of pain, like a serious amount of pain. So thank God I'm in Zaragoza now and I can buy some bike shorts. I walked as much of it as I could, but you know, then I don't want to do damage to my ankle and I could just about feel it kind of coming on, so I had to cycle again, and yeah, just the bum is so sore. I left a bit later as well today, maybe around 9 o'clock, or maybe even a bit after 9, so almost 3 hours later than I started yesterday. And it is so much harder when it heats up, so I'm going to try and not do that. Well, I'm going to try and start cycling earlier from now on. I'll do another video probably later on this evening, summing up what has happened the past week or so, or less than a week, because I haven't been doing the videos for them. I have taken some nice photos and stuff, so I'll make a little compilation. But yeah, got to Zaragoza. Surprise, surprise, there's another fiesta on today. So, well, not today, it starts actually tomorrow, and it goes on for like 5 days, and it's the biggest festival of their year, and apparently it's meant to pop off, so looking forward to that. Yeah, apparently it's just meant to be amazing. The hostel I'm staying in is in the old town, which is a great location, but apparently the hostel's a little bit funky, so I'm going to check that out soon. I haven't actually checked in yet, I'm 3 minutes away. Had to stop just because I'm in absolute bits today. It's tough. And then the final part into Zaragoza, the path disappeared and there were loads of roadworks going on, so I had to walk down this really busy A road, which kind of, you know, with all the traffic coming into Zaragoza, the hard shoulder was tiny. So that was really grim. So I then took a different route and I put in an earphone. I started listening to a podcast on Zaragoza, which just kind of gives you information on the history of the city and, you know, the best sites to visit. That's kind of motivation, because spirits were low and the routes had kind of disappeared and it was just, you know, nasty. So I'm cycling along, get pulled over by the police because you're not allowed to you're not allowed to cycle with an AirPod in. But I think they also thought I looked dodgy and suspicious. Like everyone in so I've seen so far in Zaragoza is wearing a helmet, even those on scooters. I'm wearing that ridiculous Crocodile Dundee hat with a massive rucksack on my back, so I think he wanted to just kind of find out if I lived here, if I worked here. I think basically if I was like an illegal immigrant as well. And you know, when you're pulled over by the police, even if you haven't done anything wrong, you're still kind of thinking, oh shit, have I broken any laws recently? You know, is there anything, are they onto me? But the guy ended up being quite nice when he realised I was just a plonker doing the Camino Santiago. And he was laughing at my bike. So rude. But yeah, when I told him I planned to go to Camino Santiago, he was like, you can't do it on that bike. And I probably won't, hopefully I'll walk again, but if I do, I'll come back to Zaragoza just to let him know I made it. But yeah, also one of the notes today, Spanish dogs are so leery. Whenever I cycle past the front garden, which has a dog in it, they go crazy. But what I've noticed now today is some of the dogs, you know, if you see them, just like in the park or whatever, they just run up to you and start barking. So the morning started at the hotel as I was coming down to the communal area and leaving. It's a really quiet hotel, by the way. The owner's slightly mad. She knew full well I was English and spoke very minimal Spanish, but she spoke to me so quickly in Spanish. Would never slow down if I asked her to repeat it. She was a bit kind of like, not quite with it. But came down in the morning with my rucksack on, ready to go, and this dog just starts charging at me, barking, like right up to me, staring in my eyes. It was literally a foot, if that, away from me at times. Luckily she came out from behind the bar and was like, she didn't really seem to care. She seemed very calm, which kind of made me feel calmer, because it made me think she's not going to actually attack me. But its mouth was properly close to me. Eventually she got it to settle down. Then I was cycling along the river towpath, and this husky sprints at me, staring at me in the eye with its piercing blue eyes, which are beautiful but terrifying when you are something it wants to bite. And the owner luckily came around the corner at that time as well and got it to kind of calm down. The dogs are very well trained here, and she also seemed pretty chill, so I think the dogs are probably just all front, all fart, no poo. Not what you want to be chased down by a husky when you're cycling along with an extremely sore ass. I think if it had bitten my bum, it would have found a sponge that I have in between that and my bum and my seat, my little sponge. I think I'll do another little video later on today or tomorrow, just summing up what's happened since the last vid. I'm spending the whole of Saturday in Zaragoza, which will be lovely. There's loads of great sights to see by the sounds of things, and the fiesta's going to pop off. And then on Sunday, I might spend another night. I'll see how I feel, see what state my bum's in as well. If I want to stay another night, I'll probably get a little Airbnb private room for 30 quid, which I think will be a bit nicer than the hostel, and also will allow me to come home later. So yeah, that's that for now. I'm going to cycle now the final 3 minutes to the hostel, check in, have a little lie down I think, and a shower. Adios.